Haru and Yuki Haru. Haru and Yuki Haru.
The Ox and Rat Podcast, also known as ORS.
What is good, people? It is the Ox and Rat Podcast, tuning in for the last episode of Fruits Basket, the final. I am joined with my co-host, Perry. Perry, you want to say something to the people?
I just want to say I am no longer Perry. It's the final episode. We on our king shit today. So I am now the Julius Caesar.
If you guys have been watching the podcast, if you've been tuning into the playlist and you've been peeping the names and also the change in backgrounds, I want to know your favorite Perry name and or background that we've been using. All right, because Perry has been switching up the names for some reason. So, yeah, there's a little Easter egg in there. What's your favorite Perry name? But last episode, man, how you feel?
I feel a little emotional, man. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like
if you got,
it's kind of like how like Hananen was saying, like watching your little kid go away. I felt the same way with that last moment, man. Just the music and everything. I just feel like, damn, it's not gonna be another episode of Fruits Basket.
Yeah, it's over. That's how it is, man. I still haven't felt like the void yet. I used to feel this all the time when I finished series. It would be with series good or bad. Anytime I would finish a series, I would just feel empty. Like, damn, that was really a journey. Even if it was like 13 episodes or so. But this was 3 seasons in the works. Especially for me being jaded to anime, this was a big commitment for me to stick with all these seasons. And although I haven't felt it yet, I do think when it comes when it's like next Monday. And I'm not gonna say the site I'll be on, but it ain't Crunchyroll. When I'm on my site and then I see all the updates and I don't see Fruits Basket on that list, I'm like, damn, it really is over. Like, I don't think it's sunk in for me yet.
Yeah, I think for me, it's gonna suck in like next Tuesday because I have an alarm for this podcast like at 7. So when I wake up and just be like cold sweat and be like the podcast, like, oh wait, it's over.
Yeah, and how it's looking for next season, I'ma just say it outright. The next season of anime, I guess it's this season right now, the summer season of anime doesn't look too good. So the Ox and Rat Podcast doesn't die with Fruits Basket. We will cover other anime, but next season, this season, the spring season, I don't know if I'm gonna be here because that shit looking kind of bad. I'm not gonna lie, bro.
Shaking your head, do the Magic Johnson.
Yeah. Like, what's the best thing they have that season? I mean, like, I know I'm gonna watch Love Live, but I mean, they got Kobayashi Maid, but I've never seen that. Have you seen Kobayashi Maid?
I've never seen Kobayashi Maid.
And that might be like the thing that people are looking forward to. Oh, also Slime, but
yeah,
you know, I've dropped Slime, so that's not something we could do. So, like, other than those 3 shows I just named, I don't really know what's to look forward to this season.
Well, Josh recommended me a show called Kageguri. Oh, not Kageguri. Kageki Shoujo, and it's I think it's about like these girls going to this like art school and competing against other girls. So I might look into that. He told me to read the manga. It's like a prequel manga for it.
I ain't gonna lie, you lost me the minute you said Josh.
Oh, my bad, man, my bad. Well, an anonymous viewer, you know, who supports us and has very taste.
See,
is recommending anime.
That would have worked a lot better. You just gotta straight up lie to me, man. People gotta start lying to me, bro. Because man, these Rex is just not hitting for me no more. No disrespect to Josh, but I'm good on Rex. So
one Josh Rex that really like. Is like I think a really good is Oshinoko. Like that's really good, and that's like a really good one. If you ever get a chance to like just read like the first like 9 chapters, it's just how you feel about it.
Yeah, I've seen you guys swear about that series.
Yeah.
Let's see what we got in the comment section or the live chat. We got Shax in here. Shax is first. What is up, Shax? We may have him as a guest on a bigger podcast that we'll have probably next week. I don't know exactly what day, but be on the lookout for that. But yeah, what up, Shax? He said, I'm trying to show my support. Let me get a shout out. My mom listening to this one. Okay. What is up, Mama Shax?
Yeah. Hello, Mama Shax. Hello, Shax's sister. She was a fruit basket before Shax.
True.
Yeah.
True.
She OG. Shax just pretending, man. He just pretending.
Yandere Shiki said the lovey-dovey ending. Glad it's over. What do you mean by that? Glad it's over. Wait, huh?
Scratching my head.
Yeah. I don't think we're on the same page, Yandere Shiki. We
have.
have.
You see his name, Yandere Shiki, man. Yandere just told you everything.
Yeah. You remember the dude I was just telling you about, the coffee house crime dude?
Yeah.
Do you remember? I know this is way off track, but do you remember that Yandere? Like, it was a viral thing of this real life Yandere girl who like attempted to kill her boyfriend, but she looked cute, so everybody supported her.
No, I did not know nothing about that. That's wild.
Yeah, I'll tell you more about that, but like he did a video on that, so yeah, that was crazy.
Anyway, was she in Japan?
Yeah, it was in Japan.
Oh, okay.
Mafuya Supremacy said, "Hey yo, what's good?" QRW6 said, "What up, Satsuki and Perry? Fruits Basket has been good." QRW6, you are on the money most of the time, but I have to disagree. It's not just been good. It's been great, amazing, spectacular, whatever adjective you want to use for it.
Some would even say it's been supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Nigga, I remember trying to learn how to say that word for so long in elementary.
Oh, for me, it was learning how to spell it. See, I always get the super part and then the Cali part, and everything else went over my head. Like, because I have never seen that word like actually written out, so it's always like hearing it and trying to spell it from there.
Yeah, I feel it. Mafuya said, I think he was referring to like the names. He said Perry when he named him Gouda something. So
I think that's my Gouda gangster persona.
Yeah, that's the name that he likes the most, or that stuck out the most to him. Sedarius in the chat. What's up, Sedarius? Mafuya said, I'm sad that I made it late to the last podcast. Okay. Don't be sad, man. It should be a good one. Shat said the last episode was probably the only episode that made me emotional.
Only?
Yeah. About that guest. Hold up.
Hold up, man.
Yeah, hold up, man. The only dude, nigga. Hey, man.
I feel like you lying because in Toru's tent, I seen a lot of yo, and a lot of Pepe tears. Jags might be capping.
And listen, Shats, emotion is not limited to just tears and sadness. So for you to say you wasn't emotional at all, that means you sat there with the blank face emoji, bruh. QRW6 said, I saw the last episode of Kobayashi Maid. Mafuya Supremacy. I don't see myself watching any of the summer anime. I feel that. Sedarius said Josh taste ain't too good. Yandere Shiki said there's going to be movie on Toru's parents soon. Oh yeah, I heard about that. You heard about that, right?
Yeah, I heard about it.
Okay. Yeah. So if you guys don't know, it's supposed to be some special on Kyoko and Katsuya in the near future. I think in next year, actually. I don't know if it's going to be an OVA or a movie, but I wish I could say I'm looking forward to that. But there's some complications with that.
Yeah, I think it's covering chapter 90 and 93, if I'm correct, of the Fruit Basket manga.
Oh, okay. We have Josh in the chat actually right now. I expect full credit when Mageki Shoujo gets picked up.
I got you, Josh, man. I got you.
Oh my gosh, that's keeps deleting Light's comments. He going crazy. God. He going crazy. Shaz, what you doing? Hold up.
Hey man, he going bananas, man. Bro, it's crazy. You know it's crazy because when Rant did this, you went off on him. But Shaq's over here, the golden boy of Savage Mob, just run amok.
No, yeah. What are you doing? Because I'm looking. I see some deleted comments. I'm like, oh, okay. And then I just see a timeout. Like he timed them out twice in a row. You double tapped him, bruh. Like he's soy phone.
Hey, make sure he did.
Oh, we got $5 for C Tactics to say, sad to say the series is over, but I do not regret ever watching the show. Thank you guys for covering this every week. Same to you, C, and Rise of Senpai for covering the show. You guys been covering this show since season 1. So before I did the podcast, I always checked them out. So if you guys don't get your fill with us, you could definitely go over to those guys' catalog on his Bento channel. I don't know if C still has those videos up on his Bento channel or not, but you can check out what he did this season.
Yeah, because I remember watching those podcast episodes of C's too.
Yeah,
really good, man, really good.
That is on his Bento channel that he is rebranding for Webtoons, by the way. So if you guys are interested in Webtoons, check out his Bento channel.
Oh, C-Tech is bringing back God of High School?
I don't know about that, but it's going to be some different Webtoons in there. Mafuyu says, Satsuki, you and Perry are honestly my only favorite people who talked about Fruits Basket. I enjoy you guys paying attention to other characters such as Nao or Mayu and to other parallels to the show. I appreciate that, Mafuyu.
Yeah, we appreciate it, man. We appreciate it.
I will read some more comments, but I want to get more to the episode before I read more. So, let's talk about the lighthearted stuff. I thought it was funny, and when Utani had she was cursing or something, I was trying to decipher what exactly she said to Kyo. You remember the moment I'll talk about, right?
Yeah, it was early in their chaperone date.
She said something like, "You're probably afraid of heights or something because your bleep gets all bleep." And I was like, okay, that first bleep, considering that she's talking to a male, I'm like, maybe it means dick or something. Because they have cursed in Fruits Basket. So I'm assuming the curse word is something more sexual or stronger. So I'm thinking maybe dick is the first thing. But I'm like, what's the second thing?
I think they didn't want you to know the first one, so they kind of bleeped out the second part as well.
I feel like it's no meaning to it, but I'm still curious on whether anybody else has some ideas about that.
It's so funny too, because I don't think Utani has is that first time cursing?
Huh? She's definitely said the word ass before.
Yeah, but it was beep.
No, yeah, that's the first time. Yeah. I think she called her dad an ass or something like that.
When he tried to sneak that beer.
Yeah. Oh, the dad is such a non-character, but that shit was just funny to me. She was on the phone. That boy tried to sneak one more in there. He said, "Bro, he's like, bro, it's New Year's, man. Come on, dog."
It's so funny because I could just see him he see Utani on the phone. He lean to get the beer cup, trying to open it real smooth.
Yeah. He thought he was slick.
Yeah. You heard that? What was that? Put it down, big dog.
Yeah.
Put it down. You only get one.
Shout out to Utani for watching over her father, his alcoholism. You know what I'm saying? But another funny part in the episode is just Hana in general. Anything to do with Hana. There's multiple moments with it. So it's choose your moment that you like the most with her.
Oh, my moment first when she was threatening to kill and she said, I'll stop. You call me mama.
Yeah. I was like, where did that come from? Is this a sexual thing? What is call me mama and I'll forget. What?
Hana is man, I kind of wish we got more Hana. That's one thing I really wish we got more of Hana.
Yeah, it felt like the people who are non-Soma started to, not to say that they, weren't showing anything like that, but their relevance in the story started to dissolve somewhere around season 2. Because season 1 is where we're introducing all the characters and we get some of their backstories and whatnot. But Hana and Utani didn't have much relevance past their relationship with Toru. Of course, with Utani, you have the Kareno thing, but Hana, yeah. She was mostly there for emotional support when it came to Toru.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that, but those are some of my favorite characters. So it would have been nice for them to have a bigger role in the story, but I guess it is what it is. Big cast, so
They might actually have more time in the story because when Josh was posting his reaction to Fruits Basket, it was a lot of moments like with characters like Kakero and like more about him and other characters that we didn't get in the anime. So I really highly recommend if you have seen the anime, maybe go back and read the manga as well because there's a lot of information that's like kind of been skipped over, and I think it will add more clarity to some characters that you may have liked more.
that's true. A lot of cut content, so probably a lot of character moments died along with the anime. Not to say that the anime didn't do a good job, but you could tell there was some things missing. But I think overall still did a good job. But besides that, we had Toru and Kyo go to the zoo, and it seems like they're more comfortable with their relationship. Toru still gets flustered easily, but like I said, they're going out on dates and whatnot. This is a big step for Kyo because he's a person who he hasn't been sheltered, but he kind of put a box on himself because of the Soma curse. So now he's out in public, out in the open with Toru. So I think that was a big step for him.
Yeah, because before he always had it in the back of his mind that like I'm the cat zodiac, I'm not really human, and then even the people who are like me even ostracize me. So I'm kind of like by myself, and it gets more into the fact that like he never start really living his life until after the curse broken and he's able to like meet and have a relationship with Toru.
And that's another good part of the episodes when we find out that Toru actually picked up his beads that he ripped apart. And before, like when he ripped apart the beads, I was like, that's such a good character moment because it kind of signifies like he's become human now. But then Toru picks it up, and the way it's explained is Kyo goes into saying it's important to like love someone for who they are, but not forget who they were in the past. Not just falling in love with the current them, but also the future of them, and again, not ignoring who they were in the past, because that was something big to Kyo when it came to his mother. One thing he resented about his mother was the fact that she wasn't trying to look at the side of him that wasn't human. She will always check his bracelet to make sure it wasn't messed with or anything like that. So it's kind of like she didn't face the issue, but Toru here is picking up the bees, kind of saying like, no, that was a part of you. I'm not going to forget it. I'm glad that you have overcome this, but I'm not going to forget.
Yeah, it's also a great moment for Kyo as well because it goes back to another of Kyo's character trait was like running away from your past and your mistakes and like putting it off. It's Toru's way of saying like your past is what makes you who you are today, and that shapes your future. So all of a person's being is their past, their present, and future, and you can't just forget your past because that's what gave you to your present, and your present gonna set you up for your future.
Yeah, but key moment in the series for sure. So move. Well, no, I don't want to move on yet. But with Utani and Hana, this is something we talked about when Toru ran away from Kyo when she got fresh out the hospital. We talked about how when Toru ran away and Kyo chased after her, Utani and Hana didn't chase after Toru, and they were the closest to her in that moment, but they didn't chase after her. And I said that was like a sign that they trusted Kyo to handle that job. And this episode, it kind of just solidifies that because they're in a way, it's kind of like how parents would give away their daughter or something to the spouse. It's like they're entrusting Kyo to take care of Toru. And in a way, Utani and Hana are kind of like pseudo parents to Toru. So I thought that was a key moment because they interact with Kyo, but I wouldn't say like they're the coolest with Kyo, but they seen how he's interacted with Toru, and they could probably tell that he loves her. So it was just a sign that, you know what, you got Toru. She's super important to us. She's pretty much a sister to us, but we trust you to take care of her. And I thought that was important.
Yeah, because Kyo, he probably thinking like, dang, they always picking on me. I kind of wonder why. And then they kind of like just sit up and tell him like, it's because we trust you and we want you to make Toru happy, and we know Toru's gonna make you happy. Because at the end of the day, you're a good guy.
I like the fact that they said that, but they called him like dumb 3 times.
Yeah,
it's so funny that the Bakaneko thing carries on to people who don't even know about it.
yeah.
He just a stupid cat no matter where he go.
He can't get away from it, man. He trying to get a new identity, a new name. They still call him a dummy.
I like Kira.
Yeah,
I feel it. Before we move on, let's read some more. I'm trying to where exactly where I was.
I think it's evenings. It's Shaq saying evening Sardarius.
Oh, you got it there.
Okay. Shaq says evening Sardarius. My Fuyu says y'all the goats. We appreciate it. I prefer the rats though. You know, big cheese on the block.
Ox.
Yeah. Saucy the standout says, how do you feel about the lack of Kagura throughout the show? Personally, this was a big issue, and if it was expanded upon, it would still be number 1 on Mao.
Bro, listen, first, let me say this. Fuck Saucy, man. fuck Saucy. We don't listen. I used to be a Kagura hater. All right, season 1 when we first saw the episode of her. I understand that's Saucy's favorite character for some odd reason. I don't see how you sit through all these episodes of Fruits Basket and your favorite character ends up being fucking Kagura Soma. I don't know how that happens, but that happened with Saucy. I started to grow fond of Kagura, okay? But I'm not going to sit here and say the lack of Kagura dragged down Fruits Basket any shape, way, or form. We good. I don't know about you, Barry, but I'm good on Kagura.
See, I'm the opposite. I didn't like. I enjoyed Kagura's like interaction with Kyo. Like it never got like old to me. But I can see how people would like hate that trope after a while. But we have to keep it a buck. That's not the reason Fruit Basket is not number 1 on Mao at the what? Is it still at the moment? I think it is, right?
Probably not. But that's something we didn't talk about. So let's celebrate because it did happen. All right. And, you know, last time we did a podcast, it was at number 5 or something like that. But yes, people, Fruits Basket took the number 1 spot on my anime list. I know a lot of people don't put a lot of stock into my anime list's rankings and whatnot, but I think it's a big accomplishment considering what type of series Fruits Basket is. It's not one of those series with this high budget animation where it's going to be popular in everybody's eyes. It's not a Demon Slayer. It's not an Attack on Titan or anything like that, but yet it still took that number 1 spot briefly, I'm pretty sure, because let's look at it now. Yep, yeah, Fullmetal Alchemist is, oh my god, they dropped Fruits Basket down to 5 back again. They said, bro, they slapped the shit out of Fruits Basket.
Hey man, there's another reason my name is Julius Caesar, man. Just like Julius Caesar, he was at the top of the world, did a bunch of Fullmetal Alchemist, Automail wearing bastards, backstabbers, man.
Yeah,
he brought us down.
I'm pretty sure it's a lot of people who massed voted it number 1 when they seen Fruits Basket was number 1. I actually got something for somebody we both know. I won't say their name, but they were appalled that Fruits Basket was in front of Fullmetal Alchemist. So there are those stands out there, mostly in the Fullmetal Alchemist fandom, because they cannot stand anything being at the top of the charts other than Fullmetal Alchemist. So they will, you know, not saying that's what happened, but that's what I'm speculating. They will try to make sure that another series doesn't take that top spot. So,
while he won't speculate, I'm telling you what they did. They did it. They guilty.
They did it. Hang on.
Yeah, I got the rope right here, man. They did it.
It's cool though, man. We'll take our top 5 spot. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
Man. Like that. Made what I mean. Legalized bank robber, man. They doing to us, man. They robbing us in our faces, and no one's gonna stand up for it.
Y'all know what y'all doing, man. It's sickening. I hate it here. Let's see. Where did we leave off at?
Shaq was saying, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Upping Saucy's comments. Sardarius says, Why would we care about Kagura? Oh, hold on, now that's my boy princess right there. Look, man, if you're in a bar fight, which Zodiac you want with you, man? I want Kagura. That's why I want him backing me.
Yeah. She might attack you though.
Hey, man, it's a risk. It's worth it, man.
Shit, no, it's not.
I feel like if we go down through, I feel like Ayame might make them more angry. He might make whoever you in a bar fight with more angry. Hero not really doing nothing. Kisa probably not doing nothing. Maybe we get Dark Haru. He'll be a close second.
Man, just give me Yuki.
Yeah, but Yuki ain't a fighter though. Like he was letting, he ain't gonna lie. Again, he was letting Kakero do little things to him, man.
Bro, it don't matter. It don't matter if we see like he just gonna put them things on him real quick. That's all I need. Somebody who won't be controlled with their anger. I don't need raging Kagura hitting everything in sight.
Nah, I need Kagura like stand behind like that meme with like stand behind your girl when she the dominant picture.
Yeah.
That's what we need. Yeah, Kagura. That was him. He said my bow tie was a little crooked. Get him.
She would do that too.
Mm-hmm.
Shat said, "You're right. I misspoke. It was probably the episode that got me closest to crying. I'm still surprised at that, but nothing wrong with that."
Yeah.
Yandere Shiki said, "My summer anime list is loaded. I'm interested in what you're planning to watch, Yandere Shiki. So if you want to drop that, please do." Mm-hmm. Tay said, "Hey guys, mad I found this podcast during the last season and now it's over. I mean, we got the back catalog, so if you want to check that out, you can. We plan to do something bigger next week with guests, hopefully. So stay tuned to the channel. We still got more things planned." Shaq said, "I deleted one to put him on timeout. It was deserved." I don't know. I think all he said was something about Canadians. You that much of a nationalist, Shax? I didn't know that.
Hey man, he repping his maple flags high, man. High and proud.
I feel it. It. Love your country, man. Saucy the Standout said, "Let my boy Light eat. Damn it."
Oof.
Mafuyu said, "How did you both discover Fruits Basket?" I don't want to save this because that seemed like a dick move, but I do have to say that because once we do the bigger Fruits Basket podcast with the guest, I'm going to ask that question for everybody. So I'm sorry, Mafuya, but that question will be answered next week. But if you're interested in what I have to say, or Perry, you could leave a comment after the podcast and we can answer it then. But I just don't want to do it live.
Yeah, safe for when we got the big group discussion.
Yeah. Shat said, "Nah." He said something about my sister. Oh my God.
Okay.
Get him. Yeah, get him. You good, Shax? Get him, man.
Man.
Get him.
Yeah.
I ain't know that. I wasn't looking. Yeah. Let's move on.
Okay.
So the next couple we got was Machi and Yuki, and bruh, I don't know how you felt about it, but I was just observing. I was like, bro, Yuki really got game. He really do. He got the game when he was basically, kind of taunting Machi with the key, like, because she was kind of being hesitant about taking it. Because he's like, I'm giving you this key so you can check in on me, make sure I'm not cheating, anything crazy like that. And she's like, "No, I wouldn't think that, blah blah blah." And then he motions to like throw the shit out the window, like forcing her to like say her true thoughts or whatever. I'm like, bro, Yuki got game. I ain't expect this. He really is Prince Yuki now.
Yeah, man, living up to his name. But before that happened, we got to talk about Machi. I might want her in behind, like game on the line. I might want Machi because the way she took out Kakero, oh my God,
that I can't lie, like that messed up my Fruits Basket scaling rankings because I'm up here like, okay, so we got Akito like choking bitches, slamming them through multiple doors. I'm like, okay. So you got Kagura windmilling motherfuckers. I'm like, okay. You got Kyo, Yuki, Dark Haru doing this thing, about to punch the lights out of Akito. I'm like, okay, I think I got a feel for everybody now. Then you got people that come out of nowhere like Kimi gut punching Kakero, and then Machi saying, nah, I gotta one up that and just walloped his ass one punch. Oh my god.
It's so funny too, because we would get more like, we know like Machi's more like he's kind of spontaneous sometimes. And then Yuki even told Kakero, he said, "Hey yo, you said a lot again when Machi's here, you gonna get hurt." And he said it so casually too. He said, "You're finally going into adulthood." She just wham.
Bro, and Yuki wasn't surprised in the slightest. And you got to think about that. When has Yuki ever seen Machi like violent? He's seen her mess things up, but like violent like this?
Well, during that time when they was in her apartment, and then Kakero gave Yuki her bra, and then
yeah, but this she that punch should have killed. He must be a tank because that should have killed him.
Did we see him after the episode?
Oh shit, he died.
It might be a body somewhere, man.
You might be right.
He was worried about Yuki being a corpse somewhere, and now he a corpse.
Yeah, he a pack. Blunt. I like that headcanon. Kakero dead. Yeah, I like that. He dead.
Man.
Rest in peace.
R.I.P. man. R.I.P.
Oh yeah, it was good moments with those two characters though.
Mm-hmm.
You want to say something?
I think that was it for now.
Okay.
For them right now.
Read read through some of this stuff. Afuya said my favorite character is Rin.
Ooh.
I haven't heard anybody say that. That's the first time I heard that.
She's a baddie.
This is true.
Mm-hmm.
Did her hair change again?
Okay. Let's just get the elephant out of the room. I don't like Rin's short hair. I don't like it at all, man. I don't fuck with it, man. It's not cute. It's not sexy. I don't fuck with it, man.
I see we got completely different opinions. I prefer the shorter hair.
I'm okay with short hair. I just don't like how it's like style for Rin. You know what I mean? It looked the same as when like Akito chopped it out unevenly. And it's like she just kept the style. Like she would like spruce it up a little bit, did a little something else with it. I would like it a lot more. Cause even when the few minutes of Akito, like her hair like grew like 5 inches. I don't know where that came from, but
yeah. Hey, let me know in the live chat, y'all. Short hair Rin or long hair Rin, and I guess we could also do it for Mayuko because she got her. She got a different hairstyle now. I mean, damn, we could do that for a lot of people because Ritsu too. So I guess we could talk about that. Your boy Ritsu.
Yes,
how you feeling about the new look?
Hey man, Ritsu clean, man. He's having to slum these hoes, man. Yuki got a girl. I got Matsuri right here, man. Oh, about that. That moment had me dying.
Yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about. Go ahead.
Yeah, man. When I think it was Kagura and Ritsu was talking, and Ritsu was letting Kagura know that Shigure is no longer writing books.
Yeah.
And he was saying Mitsuri was so happy, and then she was so giddy. She was like, the dark one, the evil one is gone. The evil one is gone.
Bro, I was rolling at that. I was like, because they were genuinely happy. Like this wasn't so like they're just doing this to make fun of. Like they're by themselves cheering at the top of their lungs. Like, bro, he is gone. The evil one is down.
Yeah, you would have thought Shigure was like the big bad of some kind of shonen anime. The darkness for Mitsuri, the darkness of class went away as like bright sun. She's like, oh, finally.
It's just funny to me because I'm like, okay, Mitsuru, like I understand like why Shigure makes you so mad, but it's like you could have took another job. Like I guess she was like, bro, I don't need him just out. I need him. Or I don't need a new job. I need him gone from the industry.
Yeah. Oh man, imagine working with Shigure, man. He'll have you on pins and needles, man.
Yeah.
Have a group project. He like, hey, did your part yet? Yeah, you done. 2 days later, you did group project yet? No, man, I promise you'll get done. Day of group project, oh, I ain't do it. You didn't do what? Just kidding.
Yeah,
or am I?
Certified troll, dog. Too much of a troll. That's one thing too. Since I said troll, I wish we had Kimi in this episode. I really wish we did, but
yeah,
we didn't.
Kimi would have been a good part of it, man. But yeah, more about the big boy Ritsu. People like I don't say no names. Satsuki the Savage said he was never gonna be in another episode. Was gonna be an irrelevant character, but man, I knew Ritsu had me, man. I knew Fruits Basket was gonna let me down like other anime. They had me.
I don't know if you read, but my name is Satsuki the Wise. Well, I don't know the Satsuki the Savage dude, but
what is it? It's gonna be on his channel, so you let him know what I told you.
I'll let him know.
The Ritsu boy, we aping out, beating that chest out. We here.
Not no more. You ain't no ape. He ain't no ape no more.
Yeah, he just a cool guy, man.
Just
coolest guy.
Just another nigga.
Thanks. But we also get more about like Ritsu development because he's no longer wearing the kimonos no more. He's giving them to Kagura instead. And I wonder what brought about that change.
I have to go back to those Ritsu episodes because those are the ones my memory is lacking with it.
Mm.
There was a reason why Ritsu wore girly clothes like that in the first place, and I can't remember why. Maybe it was like a confidence thing, and maybe Ritsu was more confident as a person. That's why he's dressing more masculine. I think what it was just Ritsu was more comfortable wearing the kimono and having the longer hair. So
do you think Akito's like change factor into that?
That could be a reason.
Okay. Yeah.
That could be a reason because like that's the thing about it, because Ritsu didn't really have a catalyst to make a change like that. It's kind of weird thinking about that, because Mayuko also decides to cut her hair. It's like, why did you decide to cut your hair now? Like I get it now because it's supposed to be like new beginnings for everybody, but like thinking about it in the context of like the actual characters and their motivations for stuff, like Mayuko really isn't involved with Toru and everybody else, so it's just like a weird thing. So, but like you said, the Akito thing could have been a catalyst for Ritsu to cut his hair, so that's a possibility.
Yeah. Just a little later on in the chat, but my Fuyu said Ritsu wore girl clothes because he was comfortable in them. Okay. Yeah. I'm with you like that. Those Ritsu episodes kind of like a especially the season 1 episodes kind of blur for me.
Yeah, I usually have good memory with the stuff, but the Ritsu one, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. What also we skipped over is when Yuki had his conversation with Kakero. We kind of get the idea for their goals. Yuki wants to go to a college far away, and the reason why that's important is because if you remember in season 2, when we had the episode of what is these things called? I think it's just called the Parent and Student Conference.
Yeah, the Parent Teacher Conference.
Yeah, Parent Student Teacher Conference, where Yuki's mom comes in there and she basically says that she's going to choose the school for Yuki and whatnot. And it took Ayame stepping in and whatnot, but eventually Yuki told his mom that he's going to decide his future for himself, and that's just to bring that back, because I'm pretty sure if it was up to his mom, she wouldn't have him going to this college that he's going to.
Yeah, I could see him probably going to, I don't know where exactly in Japan they are, but I could see probably going to like a prestigious school, probably like Tokyo U or something very close by. It's like a Soma estate, probably somewhere where like multiple Somas has went to, or like famous people has went to set him up for a career path of success. Yeah. But I like that Yuki is like going to like a far away school, and it's kind of like showing his development as a character, because I feel like if he didn't get this development throughout the entire series, he would probably pick the school kind of like close by to the Soma State. But now he's kind of like branching out, and it's like later on in the episode about becoming your own person and making your own decisions. This is a byproduct of that.
Yeah, And as for Kakeru, he's actually going to college as well. But it seems with him, it's more so that he's being pushed into that. And there's plenty of people like Kakeru, so I think that's a realistic approach to it. He doesn't seem like he has any goal in mind, but it's something that he'll probably discover along the way. So I think that was a fitting end for his character.
Yeah, I kind of wish that we got like I kind of wish I would know like what Yuki was studying. I really wanted to know that.
Yeah, which is weird because you would think Fruits Basket would tell us that, because we have a rough idea of some things. Like with Momoji, he wants to be a musician. Like that was already established.
Yeah.
So you would think that we would know something, especially for someone as important as Yuki, but we don't really know what he wants to do for his future career.
If you had a guess, what do you think Yuki would probably want to do? Like just like his studies.
See, that's the thing. I don't know what he's good at academically either. I mean, just knowing that he likes to plant things, maybe he can do something with agriculture.
Mm-hmm.
That's the first thing that comes to mind, but I'm not really sure.
Yeah, because I can't see him doing something more like business or like handy, like engineering or something like that. I could see him being like maybe like helping like a biologist or something like that, planning something, or like a food science major.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, we know Kyo wanted to run his own dojo, so yeah. Oh shit. Let's see. Josh said go back and read them Kakero chapters because he's an A on the tier list because of them. I gotta wait for the plug to give me the chapters, and then I'll be on that eventually. King Bayo said, "Yo Satsuki, because of some recent events, which do you think is better, Fruits Basket or Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood?" For me, it's Fruits Basket. Fruits Basket is in my top 10. Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood previously was in my top 5. I meant it was in my top 5, right at 5. So I think after this season concluded, I couldn't help but I was already like teetering on whether or not Fruits Basket was going to be in there. I already knew it was going to be in my top 10 for sure, but I think it's safe to say it's in my top 5.
I agree as well. I think I prefer Fruits Basket over Fullmetal Alchemist because, like, while I like Fullmetal Alchemist, I never was like in love with the series. Where Fruits Basket, I've like, even before we did the podcast, I was going back and watching Fruit Basket episodes, getting hyped for it. I have never did that with like Fullmetal Alchemist. I think for me, Fruit Basket would be probably top 5 as well. I think it's a really amazing series.
It's crazy. I've rewatched season 3 times, or season 1 3 times, season 2 2 times, and then watch this one time around. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to rewatch the series again. I can't really say that for like, people gotta know, especially with me. I don't like long runner series. For me, if it's over 24 episodes, I'm usually out. So for a series to be 63 episodes, and for me to want to still rewatch it, you got to be a special series, because I'm not doing this for, I don't care how good it is. I'm usually not doing this.
Mm-hmm. Same, because I think in the last for me 3 or 4 years, Fruits Basket and probably World Trigger are like the only animes I've seen that are like more than like 50 episodes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Shat said I might have to read those Kakero chapters. He easily one of my faves. Didn't know you was that high on Kakero. I don't think I read Shat's list all the way through, but yeah.
I read his list. He had Ritsu at die for the longest, and then he finally raised him up. I can't believe the crazy thing is he had Ritsu on the same level as Akito as die, and I'm like, okay, one is a known abuser, the other one's just chilling, man, doing his best.
Yeah, man. I don't know. Like, I get not being fond of Ritsu, but not like hating Ritsu. Like, Ritsu doesn't do enough for you to hate him, I don't think. Yeah. I guess he just really finding Ritsu that annoying. Shit, I don't know.
I guess so.
We saw a little bit of Kisa and Hiro in this episode, very brief, but they were talking about whether or not Shigure's house is going to stay there because Shigure, we can assume that he's now living with Akito. Yuki, of course, is going on to college. Kyo and Toru are doing their own thing, so that house is vacant. And they were wondering whether or not it was going to be torn down or whatnot.
Yeah. That was very,
Yeah, we didn't really get too much from those two characters when it came to like deepening their relationship or showing a sign of that. It was more so like them just anticipating Toru going away and sending her off the next day.
Yeah, because I think they might be like the first people who told us about like tomorrow's the big day for Toru and Kyo. That's the day they're gonna be leaving and everything. Even Kisa got a little emotional about that because like, and one thing we forgot to mention, like every time we met a character or a Zodiac member in this show in this episode, we got like flashes of Toru helping them and how much she meant to them.
Yeah,
so we got moments with Kisei and Toru and Hiro and Toru, which I really enjoyed.
Yeah, it's amazing to see how impactful Toru has been to all these people's lives. Like, the one thing I always point to with Toru is like, bro, she is making grown men cry. Grown ass men about to be fucking 30 years old. She making them cry. Like, Toru's just amazing, man.
Yeah, man. No matter who you are, man, she always wins, man. The talk no jutsu go crazy.
I'm telling you. When Utani had her flashback and then there was like that shot of like this is when she was still being like tough and everything. When I seen Toru she looked at Utani and then she did that smile. I said, it's only a matter of time, Utani. You about to switch up. I was like, you're not gonna be no tough person with Toru smiling at you like that.
Yeah, man. Toru like Thanos with the Infinity Gauntlets, man. Yuki's insecurities, Utani,
yeah,
Kyo, and then the last one, Akito.
Bro, she's like, bro, like nobody is going to stay a tough guy around Toru. It's not happening.
Yeah,
you gonna cry. It's just a matter of time, bro.
It's so funny because Akito was so hell bent on like not talking to Toru, not like seeing us as a threat, and then I could just see Toru doing like the Thanos meme. You couldn't live with your failures, and what that brought you back to me.
Yeah, I mean, if you get Akito out of all people to switch up, man, you just go.
Shoot, Toru looking, she didn't see Red face to face. She would have had us seen a different tune.
Woo! You just reminded me.
Oh yeah.
Why did you have to remind me?
Yeah, my bad. I forgot, man. I forgot.
Bro, we did not get it.
Yeah, we didn't get it. And you know, the surprising thing, when I first watched it, I was like, damn, this is a really good episode. And I started thinking, wait a minute. A little bit of math.
Yeah.
Where's Ren at?
Yeah. And I just have to say this, because when I think about moments like this where I don't get what I want and I'm kind of disappointed, I always got to try to like separate or try to see if I don't like it just because I personally want it or if it's good for the story and whatnot. I just try to separate those. I think it's both. I think the story needed that because that was a big part of Akito's character. Like that was the core foundation of why Akito, it wasn't everything to it, but that was one of the reasons why Akito was hell bent on keeping up those bonds. And the fact that the bet wasn't even mentioned in the last episode, and from what other people have told me with the manga, it wasn't mentioned then either. So that was one disappointing thing in the episode, the fact that wasn't addressed.
Well, I got information later because people told me that in Fruit Basket Another, which is the like quote unquote spinoff / like sequel to Fruit Basket, we get a little bit more information about how that situation like goes down. So maybe we have to read that to like get more information about that.
I respect that, but then I don't. Because I feel like that has to be in the main series. I feel like that we shouldn't have to wait it for Fruits Basket another to get that. Because like I said, the fact that they're kind of throwing it in our face that Akito is still running in and doing chores as the head of the Somas. It's like, wait a minute, hold up. Rain is letting this shit go down?
Oh yeah. I think he was talking about it last week. It was kind of wild how Akito was just saying like, I'm just gonna stay here in the Soma state, and I get to see. We was talking like Rain will look, open the door. You gonna do what now?
Yeah,
we had a bet.
Pack your bags. Like what? Honor your bet.
You gotta go.
Got no honor. Shout out to Rain. That's my baby Rain. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Blueface.
But yeah, Rain is a horrible person. But y'all know how I rock. So.
She's really horrible to these black-haired devils. I'll tell you what.
I'll give you that. I mean, who else does she interact with?
I mean, the maid, Shigure, Rin, Akito. So yeah, small cast.
Pretty isolated.
Yeah.
Do you remember that scene of Hana and Kazuma just chilling?
Oh yeah. They're just like, yeah, they're just like, because I think that goes back with the whole Momoji, Haru and Rin scene. But before we get to that, during that scene, we mentioned it was a moment that was mentioned. I don't know if you picked this up, but they was talking about like how you remember like in season 1, Shigure was talking to Hattori and he was saying like, I'm doing for like a punch by 1 of 3 people.
It was the episode. I'm trying to. I know what you're talking about. Hattori said he was going to eat a punch from either Yuki or Kyo or Toru. I don't remember exactly what episode that was, but yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's funny that you brought that back up because like I remembered it, but it's funny that like they even acknowledged that happened, and they was like, well, those 3 people are so much more mature than Shigure, so they didn't really care about to punch him.
Yeah. It's not like they knew about that anyway. So.
Yeah.
But like Momiji said, it's kind of like they're more grown up than Shigure. They're not as childish, so they wouldn't take it upon themselves to hit him. Which I'm like, hey, if y'all want to do it, I'll jump in this motherfucker and do it myself. I'll punch him.
It's kind of remind me of like ReZero with Roswell at the end.
Oh my god, I can't lie. I was sort of pissed at that because I was like, bro, he should have got worse than that. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh yeah.
For what he did, no. That was light. That was a light sentence.
Yeah, it's funny because like only person who know about that is Subaru. He don't want to know what that really man was really about. He was really on.
Bro, he was on some crazy shit, dog. Nah, I don't want to spoil that series for people, bro. Nah, man.
You talk about getting away with murder. Yeah, that's what you see right there.
That man. Shoot, who had a lighter sentence, Akito or Roswell?
Oh, Akito, definitely.
Yeah, I feel it.
Yeah.
And that was another thing in the episode too, because Rin was it's like it's funny. It's kind of like Rin is seeing Momiji and Haru laugh and reminisce over Tori. She's like, bro, did y'all forget that Akito is a monster?
Oh, facts. I love Rin. Like this episode makes me love Rin even more because she was like, y'all been hooping and hollering, giggling and shit, but Akito is a monster. She scarred Toru. She scarred me. She beat up Kisa. What are we laughing about?
Oh, have you ever seen what's a Scary Movie? I think it was Scary Movie. Where it's like the main shit, she goes like, "What are you waiting for?" And then she keeps like yelling. What's a Scary Movie? Fuck, I can't remember if it was a Scary Movie or not. Whatever, forget that. But it's just like, yeah, Rin is trying to remind people like, yo, what a retribution at.
Yeah,
and somebody got to swing on Akito.
Somebody got to like she cut my hair. Haru, she cut my fucking hair.
Hey man,
she left me looking with a bad cut.
Hey, Calm down. I like it. She's very gorgeous to me.
Yeah, but that was an interesting kind of like talk between Momoji and Haru, because Momoji was talking about like it's like everything Toru has done for them, and how like Kyo was kind of like taking Toru away just to get alone time with her.
Mm-hmm.
That was funny. And then one thing I like about Momoji is he also said that like if Kyo want to take Toru away, I'm just gonna have to give me a battered woman and show off in front of him.
What I said last podcast, Momiji, there's a girl who should be was she in the same? She might have graduated by then, but there's a girl by the name of Kimi Toto. I know she has some baggage now. She's a known gold digger, known troll, manipulator. All forget all that. You squint your eyes close enough, you might see Toru in that. She got brown hair. You know what I'm saying? Sort of cheery personality, bubbly girl. I mean, my son, I'm trying to set you up. Kimi Toto.
You give him an alley-oop, man. Is he going to dunk it, though?
I hope so. I would hope so. Go ahead and do that for me, Momiji.
Mm-hmm. Another thing about the Rain thing I really enjoyed was because because she was hurt by Akito, like probably the worst out of anybody else. She felt like kind of like alienated, because it felt like everybody was just forgiving her. She was like, am I wrong? Am I not justified for having my emotions, and like feeling like Akito got off pretty easy and she's a terrible person? And then I love that Rin, like Haru was like, no, you're not, because I'm here to hold you down. I'm gonna help you regardless of what it is. And I really love Rin and Haru's relationship.
It's also just a show of like the lasting effects of what Akito did. And I think that's important for it not to be swept under the rug, because we talked about like whether or not Akito should have been forgiven or not. And regardless of that, even if, because like I said, the one person who wasn't going to forgive her is Rin, just because of the physical abuse that she put her through, almost killing her twice. But I think this was a show that Akito really hasn't been forgiven, but it's one of those things to where would payback get you what's needed or what you want? Because Akito is actively trying to do good. Not to say that revenge is going to be completely useless as long as the person that you're trying to get revenge on does better as a person, but there's still lingering effects to what Akito did mentally, physically, emotionally to these people, and Rin is the biggest embodiment of it, I believe, or at least the most outspoken about it.
Yeah, and I love it, man. I love that that like, because I would have felt some type of way if everybody just like wholeheartedly forgave Akito for everything she did. I would have felt I would have like it would have made less sour taste in my mouth. I love that one person is able to like stand up and say, yeah, she's fucked up, like she's a monster.
Yeah, and I don't think anybody really has forgiven Akito. It's just that they're just kind of letting Akito do Akito. You know what I'm saying? Because Momiji had that talk with her, but it's not like they became best friends or anything like that. None of them have been talking to Akito other than Shigure, really. Even Kareno's off. Kareno went to fucking Cuba or something. Where the fuck is he at?
He Cancun, man.
Yeah, on a pina colada shit.
Yeah, man. He with LeBron and everybody in the Lakers fans, man. Chilling, man.
Cancun in 3. Oh man,
he'll be on a banana boat with LeBron, Carmelo, Wade.
I was like, where is it? Because he just in a big ass empty room. I'm like, what? What you doing, bro?
Yo, that boy said, "I'm finally free. I'm finna go." He said, "I don't care where." Got a globe, threw a dart at it. All right, that's where I'm going.
Yeah, you got the pimp cane too.
Yeah, got a little walk with it, man. Got a dip when he walk now.
That's one thing too I liked, because we seen Utani in her room, and it was a contrast to if you remember Utani's backstory. We saw a shot of her room then, and the contrast is back then when we seen Utani's room, it was dark as hell, and I think that's just like indication of like what she was going through at the time, because she was still in the gang. Her dad was negligent. Her mom abandoned her. But now in her life, she has friends. She has she has Hana. She has Toru. She has a grown ass boyfriend. So things are looking much better in her life, and I think that was just like a cool way to give that indication, just with the setting of her room.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Another next scene was we kind of talked about it earlier. It was Kazuma and Hana.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they were just like kind of like hearing what they were saying and just realizing that like the pain in their heart is slowly going away, and like they'll be able to move through it with time.
When I seen Hana and Kazuma together, my first reaction was like, "Bro, please don't push this." I was like, "Y'all already did it with Kureno Utani." I was like, "Haven't y'all done enough? I don't want another one of these. Please don't do this. I'm tired, bro."
I ain't gonna lie, when I first episode, I thought they was holding hands. Like, oh, okay, this is the new ship for Hana.
Oh, I was like, please. And then like the margaritas, like they came in swarms. I swear, it's like 4 different margaritas. Is like, yo, that's not what happened. That's not what happened. She was just cooking. She was just cooking for Cosmo. But then, even though I'm happy that ship isn't going to be realized, hopefully, it's like, bro, I said this before. Cosmo, you're a grown ass man. Why can't you cook? What that's not a skill exclusive to women.
It's a Soma curse, man. That's the real curse. The grown man can't cook.
Nigga, Kyo could cook. He the only one that could get past it?
Let's be honest, man. He's not a real Soma,
bro. Stop
man.
saying it. Stop saying that, dog.
Look, man. People talk about turning to animals. The real curse is they can't cook, man. They like I don't know if you see. I don't know how far you probably didn't get that far in Slime, but it's like a one gag where like that one character who can't cook, but they always trying to cook something up.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Actually, feel like I know what you talk about, but I'm not sure. But it's like, bro, like Cosmo, you're a grown ass man. Learn. I'm tired of other people doing it. Learn, bruh.
Hey man, he learning kung fu and karate moves, man. He can't be worried about eating, man.
Like Kagura know how to cook. I mean, she cooked the whole damn everything in the refrigerator. I don't even know how that's possible. How do you cook something? How do you cook everything in the refrigerator? How's that possible?
That's what I'm saying, man. You need a Kagura, man. You need a Kagura because she whipped it like she was like, all right, I'm gonna make you a feast, all your favorite foods, just because I'm here. Like that's a man. Kagura might have to go up, man. Waifu, we had to do like a waifu tier list, man. The Kagura might be out there, man.
That'd be interesting, but yeah, happy that didn't happen. Because like it wouldn't have made me irate. It would have just like irritated me a little bit, or no, it would have just like it would have just been like another like y'all doing this, y'all doing another one of them. All right. We got a Yame and Mine. I really like that couple.
Yeah, I wish we got more of it. I wish like if it had been like a whole episode just Ayame and Mine, just like a day in life in Ayame and Mine, I would have loved it.
Yeah,
because just the way they battle off each other, and everything else. Because Mine was saying like, "Oh, we gotta get ready for tomorrow because that's when Toru and I'm gonna leave, so I have to give her a whole bunch of good stuff." Yeah, I mean, was like, "Yes, you're right." But we also have to remember that Yuki is leaving us too, so we have to give him even better stuff.
Yeah, they just match each other's energy, and you like it's hard to match Ayame's energy out of all people. Like, there's very few people like someone like Kakero can do it. You know, they both are the same ilk. But Mine keeps up with them. Sometimes she, you know, up the stakes with it.
Yeah, because after Tisei got sent Yuki something, she brought that yellow dress. She's like, Yuki probably like this too. He's like, yes.
Yeah, like they're perfect for each other. Like they kind of remind me of like with how eccentric they are. Like Jesse and James with like some of the movements they do. Like they'll be like dancing while they're talking and shit. I like those two. They are perfect for each other.
Yeah, I ain't mad at that ship at all, man. I ain't mad at all.
What about Hattori and Mayuko? Oh,
I love that too. I really love that just because like Mayuko was like she it's just so great because I think the episode of season 2, right, when they're talking everything and you see like kind of like how their interaction could have go, and like how Mayuko really liked Hattori, and everything like that.
Yeah.
But I always had this question about that whole like Hattori racing Kana's mind. Like, how did that? I don't know if I talked about this before, but like, how did it affect everybody around her?
Yeah. I don't know if we talked about it live on the podcast, but we've talked about this before, and the answer I have is I don't know, because the thing is like, yeah, the one thing that kind of saves it is the fact that their relationship was secret, so I think only a few people knew about it, but that doesn't excuse like I just don't know how well the secret was kept, because obviously like people like Mayuko know, Shigure know, maybe Ayame also knew, so I don't know who else knew about it. That's like the only saving grace about it, but I don't even know how Hattori's powers work. It's kind of like the Hana thing where he just has it. So I don't know. That whole thing with him when it comes to those powers and the mechanics of it. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's kind of weird. Because like, even if Hattori did erase Kana's memory, Mayuko would probably be like, "So what happened when you were, your relationship with you and Hattori?" And Kana probably says, "What relationship?" Because even with like the little scene we see with her and her new husband, she was talking about like how like Hattori, somebody she never got to talk to at all.
Yeah.
So like that would be like really shocking to Mayuko if like your best friend boyfriend and she just don't remember him at all or having a relationship with him.
But she, I don't know if Hattori told her, but I think Shigure told him about the memory wiping thing.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure, which is kind of wild that Mayuko would just accept that, like, oh shit, okay. I'd be like, wait, what? What did he do and how?
You know what? We have to pour one out for Mayuko because she had to date Shigure.
Yeah.
And you talk about surviving Akito, surviving relationship with Shigure. Oh my god! You know what kind of and then just seeing their interactions with like at the parents' conference.
Yeah.
I would have loved to see that like on screen and just going at each other like that.
But I feel like their brief relationship, they probably didn't have those moments like that since they were a couple. Like we seen like a little bit of it where they were just like off doing their own thing. I think it was just kind of like that. So yeah, those two just ain't they like cats and dogs. Those two weren't meant to be with each other. So you know they got their significant other, so everybody won.
Yeah, I like that Mayuko was laughing at. Like, imagine seeing how Tori short sleeve shirts. Imagine him in a swimsuit, and then she said, "Wait, him in a swimsuit, me in a swimsuit," and then she just like, "Oh man, I'm just a pancake, just a tall, lanky pancake."
Yeah, and I was thinking about that too. Like we have never seen Hattori in like casual clothes. He's always in his suits,
and he never sweats either. That's man, I'm gonna need that power right there. Forget memory wiping, not sweating in a suit.
Boy. Hey, cold, man. Go hard.
Yeah. But that was a good moment. I love that Hattori's like laughing and enjoying himself because I think he's one of the characters that kind of like deserve the happy ending, especially what happened with Kana and like Akito. So good to see him having a relationship that's seems very lively and free.
Yeah. Because with something like that, as tragic as that, like losing the love of your life the way he did, it especially because Akito was Akito, so it's kind of like, damn. Even if I find somebody new, like I'm the doctor too, so I had to stay in a soma state. It's gonna be hard for me to keep this a secret. So he was probably in this place where he was just in a dark mode where he couldn't even think about things like love until Akito changed. So good on that boy Tori.
Yes, sir.
Next part is Akito and Shigure, and Akito put a leash on that nigga.
Oh yeah, they was talking. Shigure was talking about like, hey, are you going to the farewell party for Kyo and Toru? And she was like, nah, I'll be okay. I could visit them anytime. And Shigure said, anytime with me, right? Anytime, because I want to be there too. She said, yep. Got
So
that boy locked down.
it's just the fact that he quit his job. He moving in like,
Yeah.
bro. I'm like, dog. I don't know
She,
what Akito is doing in the bedroom, but she got him.
she got that boy trained. Got him a good dog now.
That's
Yeah.
yeah, that's crazy, boy. That's crazy. Shigure is really whipped.
Yeah, man.
I didn't expect this.
Domesticated. He finally found his equal, man. Someone gonna put it.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Shout out to Akito. Other than that, the big moment in the episode was the quote confession unquote between Yuki and Toru, to where Yuki admits that he saw Toru as a mother, along with other people in Zodiacs as well. We seen the same thing with Rin. What did you think about this confession?
I don't know where this will be at my top moments of Fruits Basket, but it's probably it might be number one for me because this moment, everything that led up to this, and just like Yuki like bearing it all out for Toru, and usually in like shoujo mangas, usually the last scene is like the guy confesses his feelings to the girl, and like they're forbidden to be in a relationship, but this one was different. It was Yuki basically saying like, you saved me, and you saved like a lot of people, Toru. And then like just him saying that, and was talking about how like as a person Yuki wanted to be loved, but he was bad. He wanted to be loved and cared for, but was bad with people, so he could never get that interaction with anybody else. And just having Toru there, like being a catalyst for so much of his development and his change, it's kind of like I wouldn't be here without you, Toru. And I need you to understand how much you meant to me. Like you was like a mother to me. You raised me up when I was weak, when I was down, when I was bad, and you helped me become like my own person. And I feel like no matter words Yuki could give Toru could express how much he appreciated everything she done for him. And at the end, when he finally tells, it's just something that's been like teased a lot and is a lot more important in Japanese culture, but saying someone's first name, not the last name, is like a big moment for somebody else. And we even got it in season 1 when Haru was kind of teasing Yuki, say just say her. He was teasing he teased Toru to say Yuki's first name, and then it kind of got him flustered. But now he was able, after everything she's done for him, say her first name, Toru. Great moment, man. And then the music too. I ain't gonna lie, man. I had that one tear, man, coming down real slowly.
Yeah, I think this was the emotional moment that would have got everybody. Just perfect execution. The anime did it, like you said already, with the music and whatnot. I think not only did Yuki speak his feelings of how he felt weak and Toru was the person to save him, I think he spoke for a lot of people. I think he spoke for Momoji, he spoke for Kyo, he spoke for Hattori, spoke for Rin, spoke for a lot of people. He was just like a representative in that moment. And as you said, him calling Toru was an important moment as well, because up to that point he always called her Honda-san. And with us knowing how he sees Toru as a mother, him calling her Toru is also a show of like them being equals, because not only did he call her Toru, which that's a sign of familiarity with a person, because you usually don't say first names in Japanese culture unless you're cool with them. You're not going to call a random person by their first name. So it's a sign that they're equals too. To add on to that, because like Toru was sitting down while Yuki was standing up when he was talking to her, but when he's saying thank you, and he actually like grabs her hand and pulls her up, and they're both they shake hands, and they're both standing in that moment. So I think that symbolized them being on equal footing now. So just a good show of how much Yuki has grown as a person, and how he doesn't need Toru anymore. He can stand on his own 2 feet now.
Yeah, just a great moment. And then like that last scene where like Toru says thank you with the tears and then the light with the anime did it. Yo, that moment is when they do that moment, it always gets me, man. I watched episode like 3 times, and that moment always get me, man. Then the music start playing, the ending. Whoo, I think that might be my second favorite OST. Maybe my first. I have to look. I think the only one that I have probably close to it is I don't know if you remember, but it's like the one where like bad things started happening. Like it's like when Akito pushed Rain that first time, and then that dun 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 dun.
I had to go back, but
Yeah.
I think I have this OST that you're talking about in this episode. I think I have that downloaded on my phone. I'm not sure, but it's like we already said perfect moment, perfect. I think it was just executed well. I want to know like how manga readers feel about it, if they like it better in the manga or here, because I think the anime did such a good job with it.
Yeah, it's just a great moment. Yeah, but I want to read some of the comments because I think we're going to be close to the end.
Yep.
Yeah, so let me see where we stopped at. We stopped at it. A lot of comments. Oh my god, Jesus! All right, okay, I got it. Okay. C Tactics says, "I'm the same. I typically don't like watching longer series, but this one I plan to rewatch probably multiple times. It's one of those series you can always rewatch." Mm-hmm. Yeah, I definitely agree. I think this is one of the shows where like the rewatch value is so much great because there's so many like intricate clues that are sprinkled throughout the show, and it shows how thought out the mangaka was in like writing this story, and she was able to plant these seemingly like random threads and make them all connect to each other in like a cohesive way, and I really appreciate that about the Fruit Basket manga. Shaq says Ritsu was bumped up from Die after the season finale. Hey, he should be part of the GOATs, but we'll take it from there. Shaq also said he changed himself for the better. My Fuyu says Fruits Basket became my number one. It for real dethroned Banana Fish. I haven't seen Banana Fish. I heard it's really good though. Have you seen it?
Funny enough about that, one of the first things me and C worked on, I did a video for his channel. He did a video for mine. The video he did for my channel was Banana Fish. I've never seen it, but if you want to know about that series, you could. It probably has like some spoilers in it, but that video's still on my channel, and I did a video for him on Happy Sugar Life. I don't know anything about Banana Fish, but the people who have watched it love it, so I've not heard anything bad about it.
Yep. Shaq says he was insufferable, bro. I use the word insufferable. That says a lot. It won't be anytime soon, but Fruit Basket will definitely be getting rewatched. Can we talk about how much of a man hero become? Kisa's in great hands. Love that scene of him telling her just let out all her tears. Yeah, I appreciate that as well. I think it kind of shows like hero development because when he first introduced, he was kind of mad at his own self because he couldn't able to protect Kisa from Akito's wrath. And he felt like he wasn't there for her to like be a pillar where she could like cry out to. And he got jealous of Toru because she was able to like handle the burden that Kisa was going through with school and her encounter with Akito. And it's good seeing him stepping up, not only as a big brother, but stepping up into being the person Kisa could turn to in her time of need. I really appreciate that a lot. My Food Supremacy says, and cooking them food. I think this is referring to the Kazuma and Hana scene. And C-Taxi says, do you guys cry whenever the ending song of the final season hits? I do every time. My bad. I do every single time. Yeah. One trick that always gives me anime is like when like something like amazing happens or emotional happens, and they start playing the opening in like the very last minutes of the show. It gets me every time.
Sometimes it just depends on what it is for me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was like it when like the show has been like multiple seasons. It's like they play the very first opening.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's great too. Shaq says, but yeah, Kakero was instantly an insta fave for me because it was mad refreshing seeing Yuki have just a regular high school relationship. And Kakero was good to Yuki, man. He needed that bro to bro friendship. And the fact that he was the first person he opened up to was fire. Yeah, I definitely agree. I think Kakero was probably the second most important person. Well, I don't want to take this from Haru because I think Haru does a lot too. But I think for Yuki as a person to actually like develop, I think Toru and Kakeru was two of the most important things for Yuki to be his own person. And I think in the manga they go deeper into like their relationships and more into that. Mafuya says Rain did another horrible thing in the sequel, and then Shax upped it up and says no surprise there. She seemed awful from the start. I wonder what that would be. He also says Mafuya says when would be a
I think you meant Reen would be a.
Oh, okay.
Rain would be a.
Yeah, Rain would be a 1,000% MILF if she wasn't so damn delusional. Nah. I don't know about that, Mafuya. She's still a MILF to me.
Yeah.
Woo, man.
Yeah, you can. I say it all the time, man. You can separate the personality from the looks. I mean, she got a bad personality, but she is bad.
Hey, in the words of the great Shannon Sharp, ain't no problem at all.
Oh, ain't no problem with that.
Shaq says, even the way she approached Akira, bad vibes. I have no doubt she loved him. Just a very twisted version of it. See, for me personally, I feel like that Akira and Rain both had like their own kind of twisted like love, but I feel like that works for them just because of who they were at the moment when they got together. Because Akira was someone who was like isolated and they really had no one else to talk to, and like Rain was kind of like someone else because she was kind of like seen like a handmaiden for like the Soma estate, and them being together was kind of like a way for both of them to kind of like finally get happiness, in my opinion. But I could definitely see why you see it was a very twisted love. Mafuya says, "Don't worry, Sasuke and Perry. Bahana was there because she became Kazuma's cook. Nothing else goes on between them."
Thank the Lord.
Yeah. Yes, sir. That's crazy. That's crazy, man. We hiring personal chefs like high school. They graduated now, but like high school personal chefs,
bro. Just learn, get a cookbook, bro. Please, Kazuma. You're a martial artist. You train years. I'm not asking you to be Gordon Ramsay, bro. I'm just asking you to learn how to put Chef Boyardee in a fucking microwave. Something.
He want to eat good, man. He be seeing what Toru cooked one time. He was like, damn, Toru live like this. Shigure and Yuki living great. I need one of those. I need one of them. QRW6 says Hana works as a cook for Kazuma, but they're not in a relationship. That's what I was told by a manga reader. Mafuya says yes, Hana and Kazuma would be a no for me. Yeah, same. And Shaq says, if there's a ship, I don't know, there's something up with... I don't know. Oh, he says, if that was a ship, I don't know. There's something up with someone and younger women. Momoji and Kimmy he was laughing. He said, I'm with it.
Yes, sir.
Mafia says, as a manga reader, I would have a talk. I would have loved a talk between Rin and Akito. Yeah, I would too. Josh says, y'all leave my son Momoji alone. He doesn't deserve that harlot Kimmy. As you?
He does deserve her. I think he worded that a little weird, but Momoji deserves Kimi, and Kimi deserves Momoji.
And Mafia says, I can't spell today, and he said a crack ship for him would be Momoji and Haru. Okay, I ain't mad at it. QRW6 says, I would feel bad if Akito had a child because the child could be the object of people's hate for Akito. What do you think about that?
I don't think that would happen just because of the people who hate Akito. Like I don't
Yeah,
think like someone like Reen, for example, I don't as much as the hatred she harbors for Akito, I think she's level headed to the point to where she would not take that out on the children of Akito.
yeah, I agree as well. I don't think like none of the people that she hurt will like. If they want revenge, I feel like they will go straight to Akito. They wouldn't put it on no innocent child.
Yeah.
Which is crazy because I feel like Akito wouldn't do the same. Like, Akito wouldn't do the same.
Oh yeah, of course not.
Yeah, she didn't care. Shaq says Rin was super apprehensive about trusting Akito. It felt realistic. Akito caused so much pain to the Zodiacs. It would have felt a little too optimistic if everyone just got over it. I agree as well. And Josh is here saying, yeah, they downvoted Fruit Basket on my anime list to 5th. Yeah, Josh. Those dirty auto wearing bastards did it again. Utani for real. Mafuya says Utani for real wrong for going with Karena. I mean, he reminded her of a male version of Toru. And then Mafuya says Utani and Toru though on a heart.
Should have been Utani and Hana. That would have solved everything.
Nah, should have been Hana and Toru. Whew. Needed that. Some of men got one thing in common, and it's not being able to cook. He's right, Mafuya. You're right. That look, man. If you could have anything in the world, like if you could have good looks, money, wealth, power, and then your only downside is you can't cook, I'll take that, man. All this stats are in something else, man.
Oh, that's sad, man. Learn how to fucking cook.
Shaq says, "Let these Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood losers hold on to their false trophies." Yeah, man. Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood got a Mickey Mouse ring now, man.
Yeah, they in Disneyland.
Yeah. And then Mafuya says, "I'm jealous of Shigure on God."
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And then Shaq says, "I'm not. What a messy ass dynamic, LOL." And then Stony, Akito, drooling face, woof. And it's the wrong season. It's the wrong season for that, man.
Yeah. Say that for next year, Chainsaw Man.
Yeah. Mafuya says, "I hate when people say Fruit Basket won't give. I hate when people say they won't give Fruit Basket a chance because it's a romance. The story is so good." Yeah, I agree, but I think it's one of those things where, like, I think most people exposure to anime is usually like shonen and battle shonens. Because I don't know if you have the same kind of feeling, Satsuki, but I was kind of like the same way about like certain shows. I would watch something like I thought was like too like real lovey-dovey and stuff like that. But I think the first series that kind of like broke me out of that was like Anohana. Because it was my freshman year of college. I was doing my exams, and my friend was like, watching anime is pretty good. And I was like, what is it? It's like Anohana. And I was like, oh, what is it about? People fighting, stuff like that? Like, nah, just watch it. And then Anohana today is still like one of like the most important anime to me, just because it was like the first anime that like actually made me like cry. Because that show is like amazing, and I put it highly regarded for like one of the animes that I really enjoy and love. What about you?
I don't think I ever had boundaries when it came to genres within anime. I've had boundaries when it came to the mediums because I'm still a person that's adverse to movies. Like I got a short attention span, so movies trouble me a lot. And before, I used to be an anime only person. I would never read manga. So like that's where my boundaries lie at. But I've always been a person that didn't have a care if it was battle shonen, shoujo series, romance, whatever. It didn't really matter to me. Hey, but somebody said this before though, and I stand by it. They said haters complaining like, is Fruits Basket worth watching? No. Are you worthy of watching Fruits Basket? That's why I gotta ask. Do not ask me if it's worth watching. I gotta check your credentials. What you been watching?
Yeah, man, this was the #1 anime, man. Are you good enough for it?
Yeah.
See, we putting like Hana and Utani, man. Shit, you better come in right.
We doing whole background checks.
Yeah, man. You don't come in right, man. You see what happens to Rex. He ain't come in right. C-Tactic says, "I remember that video, good times." And then Yandere Shiki says, I tweeted Sasuke the list?
Yeah, I seen it.
Okay. My Blue Pheasant. I haven't seen Blue Pheasant in a little minute. How you doing, Blue Pheasants? He said, "My guys, we moving out here." And then QRW6 says, "Kyo can cook." Shaq says, "Shout out to Kyo." QRW6 says, Kyo and Yuki will still call each other by their zodiac names." And then Shaq ups it and says, "Wouldn't have it any other way." Yeah, I really love that they're like still keeping that kind of dynamic, and I kind of it's kind of how we kind of imagined it would happen, because I think that the question like 3 episodes ago about like how would Yuki and Kyo relationship change, and we kind of had the same kind of view about it, about like they would probably have the same kind of relationship, but just be like a little more like familiar with each other.
When at what point does that become stupid? Them calling each other stupid cat and rat, because like it's going to get to a point where people are like they're going to be so far removed from being zodiac animals. At like what point? Because I can't imagine like somebody overhearing Yuki call Kyo stupid cat. They'll be like, bro, like is that a pet name? Where's that come from?
Nah, I could just see like they're like Yuki and his walker, Kyo, but they got like a little cane come to each other like stupid rat,
stupid dog,
stupid cat.
Yeah.
Just doing it forever. Somebody I haven't seen before, but 45 Darkrai says, in regards to Rain, there was a short scene in the manga where Old Maid in Charge says, "I heard you tried to have a conversation with Rain to no avail," implying Akito tried to make amends with her. Hey man, I'm gonna say it right now, man. Rain wasn't trying to hear that. She trying to hear her get out the house.
Yeah, pack the bag. I need to hit them bags on unzipping.
You can talk to me after you leave.
Yeah, I need furniture moving, bags unzipping. I need to hear clothes off the hangers, all that shit. Get the fuck out.
Yeah, you can talk when you leave. Josh says, "Ox and Rat on Makuya." Makuya is an animated movie. I'm gonna tell you right now, Josh. Satsuki does not do animated movies. It's really good.
He know that.
Yeah,
he know that.
He don't do animated movies, man. And Blue Pheasant says, did Satsuki just say he likes yaoi? No boundaries, right? Credit checks just to watch Fruits Basket? Yeah, Blue Pheasant. Credit checks, man. You need a 750 on my anime list, man.
I don't think I said that, but okay.
Hey man, you said no boundaries, so I think that's what he's coming with.
Okay.
Oh, you're a liar now?
I said no boundaries. I didn't say that first part. We take the whole statements for what they are.
Darkrai 45 says, then after Akito extended her hand to the old man rejected it, saying she liked her better before. Interesting. Last one, last few. Hey man, this is not a game, Blue. And then Stony ups it up. And then Shaq's last comment is, just submitted my bottom ranking of the old maid. Thanks, Darkrai. Whew. And that's all of the comments. I appreciate everyone who came to our final episodes. Lasky, you got anything else to say?
Stay tuned next week. We should have guests. You may see some people who were commenting in the live chat, people like Shax. Thinking about the lineup right now. You will see guests. I don't know exactly who all is going to be there yet, but next week we have something bigger planned, talking about the series in its totality. So we're going to get into more like deeper questions when it comes to the series overall. So if you guys want to stay tuned for that, just wait next week. I don't know exactly what day it's going to be, but I want you guys to save good questions. I want questions to where it's going to make us think for a bit. I want questions to where it's going to make me go, huh. I don't want questions like, because we're all, like myself, I'm already going to ask these guys like their favorite characters, favorite moments, stuff like that. So nothing basic. I want questions that will really make me ponder on what you just asked. So if you stay tuned for that, be ready with questions, because we will be reading a live chat then. I don't know how long that podcast will be, but expect it to be a little longer.
Also, if you want questions answered during the actual podcast itself, and you're not able to make the live chat, you can leave your comments and you can leave your comment in the comment section of this video, and we'll just tag it something as like maybe like fruit basket discussion, and then add your questions so we can know to read it during the whenever we have this big discussion with a lot of people.
Yeah.
Yep.
Other than that, man, like, comment, subscribe. We out. Fruits
Peace.
Basket. We out.